Yeah, hi everyone. Lucky enough to be at Rainbow Beach, Queensland here today. Been a while since I've had a bit of a talk about my Troopy and what's been happening and a few changes we've made. But since last time I did speak about it, we've been on a few trips, and one big sort of major thing we did was we changed the inside, pulled the old interior out and redesigned it and went with a new alloy fab one. It's just a custom build for us. We don't have them as a product itself, but we just wanted to test this type of setup, see how it endured some pretty hard Australian conditions, and it's actually been very good. The things I do like about it, and what we did change, we upsized our fridge to a larger Evercool unit. We can access the fridge from the back and can get the door right open and get our freezer open. If we really have to, we can get to it with the back doors shut as well of a night time or if the weather's bad. In our last interior, we had a room for a porta potty here, thinking that we'd need that toilet. But what we found was we actually, national parks that we were visiting and sites we were getting into, there was, enough facilities there for us not to warrant the use of one. And for a longer trip, if we're out for sort of 2 to 3 weeks, that extra space, we reclaimed it for luggage, a bit of storage, a couple extra pairs of boots, some additional tools actually. A couple other changes to the driver's side, and William designed the interior. I really like how he's done this. So we just made this panel a one piece with a fold on the bottom which edges in over the main frame of the interior. And in that section I carry mainly all my tools and my breakdown equipment. Like I've got a tool roll that fits in there. Because of the wheel arch, some of the space is unusable. So we actually found that by doing it with that type of fold, we can make best use of the space. The other additional thing that William came up with here too was, so we've got the lift up on this side. We actually use this one for luggage and clothing storage. But just say you might have been to the shops and you got some more groceries and some gear, possibly a carton of beer or two, and you load it up ready to head out again. You could use some of this space at times, so we decided to make that a pull-out drawer so we could get to our clothing with that luggage, groceries, or anything still stacked up on there when you're really fully loaded. We did have our travel buddy sitting up top, but we dropped it down, made a section for it just in here. So it's really easy, drive along, Lee will prepare some meals, we'll switch it on through the Red Vision, the meal will be in there, when we probably, depending on what it is, when you at the right time out of camp, flick it on, and dinner's ready when you get there. Yeah, it's in the last interior as well. We did have a full length cushion bed this side, but we found that on a few trips we did need more storage space, so we actually added a couple of drawers up here, which shortened the length of our, what we just call a day bed, shortened the length of that, but it's actually not a bad spot to perch up. If the weather's bad or you just happen to be up early and you don't want to go outside, sit and read a book. Actually, one of my mates was in here with me. We were on a fishing trip to Australia and he consumed a fair few beers and he actually managed to sleep on that section too, curled up. So yeah, it's got more than one use. So these two drawers, we're using those as like a food pantry. In this setup, we didn't go with rollers just due to the fact that I was actually a bit paranoid that corrugations and everything may allow the rollers to dislodge and get our drawer jammed. So they're just on Teflon sides, and we allow them to tip back a little bit so we can get to the very back quite easily. So yeah, both food pantry and storage drawers for the two of us. So they've been excellent as well. So the other big change we made as well was we swapped our electrical system from the driver's seat. We've gone to the passenger side and we've managed to get our whole system in one area, and the idea behind that was for more compact, less space, to allow for more luggage, food storage, water storage. We managed to get everything into this section here. So we run 310 amp hour lithium pro with the Red Arc BMS system, the Red Vision switching system, and we run the Red Vision 3000 watt inverter. Why 3000? I know 2000 can probably get you out of trouble, but my thinking was, if we were gone for long stints, basically I just went that extra 1,000 just to be safe, and I felt more comfortable, I just felt more comfortable having 3,000, and it actually allows me to actually run a grinder or a drill, a powered drill if I need be, charge up battery tools. It's been really great. We also got a little SKV coffee machine, and we also plug in an induction cooktop as well on the back, one of the back tables. So it's more than enough. You can get away with 2,000, but I just felt that we're going to do it once, we'll do it with 3,000. The other problem I wanted to solve from our last interior was being able to get to those batteries easily, because where we had it last time, in under this section, Sorry, it was actually in under this section here. If I had a failure or I needed to fix something, it was going to be a major operation to change out those batteries. So thankfully we didn't. Everything worked really well, but that was just a concern of mine for a long-term picture. So William designed the inside with that fold, and it's a one-piece fascia, and it's really easy, and it gives us good access to get your body in there as best you can to do any maintenance works. We haven't had any trouble, but if we did need to get to a battery or have some maintenance issues, we've got more room to do so. Yeah, and got our 240 outlets, got our USB chargers, another Anderson plug for if you need to have a really good connection. Say we have run a 40 litre fridge here from time to time on the longer trips when we need a bit more storage, and that's what the Anderson plug there's for. To be honest, we've got 12 volt outlets here, but I think I've used them once in 3 years. So, but the USBs and the Anderson and the 240 are used every trip. So if I was doing it again, would I put in a 12 volt normal auxiliary socket? I'd probably say no. Moving forward, so our last interior it was actually just all tin steel construction. This time, Lee wanted to just make it feel a little bit more home. We went a timber bench top, just to give it a bit of an up change, and I really like it. And it's a bit wider, this bench as well. We can prepare meals and pour a drink quite easily. The weight of the timber was pretty good actually, and the rest of the construction's full aluminium, all sort of hand fabricated. The weight of it sort of well within reason, and that's why we went alloy. I can't tell you the exact weight, to be honest. It's approximately about 180 kilograms, the two frameworks and the material, so which is great. So the lighter the better for us. The other thing I did away with, and for a space reason, to add more storage, was in the first build we had a sink. In this one we still have a sink. We actually had a waste tank fabricated. It was about 15 litres. So we felt that it actually was a waste of space because we needed to get a few other things in. And what we actually just do now is we've got a drain at the back of the vehicle. We just run a collapsible bucket for underneath the sink outlet, and then we take our water away and pour it down the waste where need be, or just go and pour it on a tree if you're out in the bush. So that's been a great addition as well. We've managed to get our Duetto hot water system up in under the sink, and because the car's on portals, I need a bit more equipment for jacking. So a lot of that stuff, a lot of that equipment, the jack and the plate, the base plate, a few extra spacer chocks, wheel braces, have our recovery gear in under there as well. So doing away with the wastewater catchment sink was a good move. And once again, one-piece door makes it really easy for service. The other thing we did do too, we added a couple of Sirocco fans for the humid nights, and they've actually been really good. Even though the bed and everything might be down, we actually still turn them on and get a bit of airflow throughout the cabin. So they've been good too. So before we set out on the maiden voyage with our new interior build, we actually added some some lighting to our mould plates. We've actually used the hardcore lighting kits. We found them just the actual best plug and play kit, and they're the perfect length for our mould plates. Their switching and their colour changing mode is excellent for the mozzies. So that's another thing I really enjoy, because obviously we're OTA as well and we love cooking on our tables. And on the pull-out table, we've got our little left-hand one here also, which I love. And you know the Troopy's on Mark's 4-drive portals as well, so can't speak highly enough of them. But we love our OTA products and we're really proud of them. And as you can see here, we're just testing our towel racks. The guys at Forma 3D, I'll give them a plug as well. They're actually designing some products for OTA and printing prototypes for us, and they will be printing some end-of-use parts as well. These will be available soon. Bear with us, we're sort of a small little company, we're growing, we're working on them. We're actually working on a lot more flare and mud flap kit options as well, so we'll let you know as soon as we can have them ready. We actually got our little hooks here as well for our mould plates, which I've got my bungers hung up on as well. So yeah, so I'm just trying to, the idea behind these OTA products for the Troopy is trying to utilise the space, make it easy for the trippers, and yeah, enjoy your Troopy and enjoy your experience while you're out there. Well, thanks for taking the time to listen to me today and a bit of a run through on the Troopy and its current state. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions about anything that's been mentioned today, or possibly troop carriers, portals, ODA in general, get hold of the sales team. They'd be more than happy to help you, or drop us a message below and someone will be in touch as soon as possible. Thanks for listening and have a cracker of a day.